Okay, on this online video, I want to show you another site. In this video, I want to show you another online site that you can look for book reviews. Now, this is a magazine. Well, it's a site, but it does have a print version as a magazine, and it will review a lot of these things up here: books, blogs, lists, magazines. So, you need to make sure that you're choosing books and nonfiction for this, because I just want you to see. The thing with journal articles is they're easy enough to read and skim. You got the abstracts, you got the maps, you can get the main points rather fast. But when you got a book, it's 300 pages long, and you're trying to figure out, do I need to know this for my research topic? You know, you can't read the whole book. You got to read the book review, or you got to learn how to really skim the book via the introduction. So, you know, here's how you would learn how to do. I'm using these to show you how to use to find book reviews. So let's go ahead and make sure we have nonfiction and books. Now I'm going to go up here and let's just start with well, hang on a second. Let's see, browse books. Yeah, okay, I want to do this just to make sure I don't browse other things. And let's go science and technology, because I know robotics will be in that. I'm using robotics just as an example. You have your own topic. Now, here I am in this section, and this seems to be more. If I go up here now, I seem to have more of a promise that I'll be searching in this section. Although, I don't know. Let's find out. Robotics. Okay. And all right. So they're going to have certain genres up here. Let's just see how many I get. And the complete robot, dancing robots up down, robot dreams, robot. Okay. Just scroll down. Make sure that you're not missing anything. Go to the next one. I would spend time doing that. However, I already have found something that I'm interested that has interested me. Love and Sex with Robots. By mid-century, people will be marrying robots, asserts Levy, author of numerous books on chess, computers, and artificial intelligence. Okay. All right, so I would continue it. I would try to find more about it. And I would definitely, there you go. This is a rather, I'd get the summary at least, and it's easy for the catch to be strong with assumption. So that statement such as, if you can accept the robot can think. Okay. All right. So this is more of an evaluative review, but it would certainly give me some information on the book. Now notice something. I'm going to use this as advice for you. I started off saying, well, I'm really interested in robots and war, right? And weaponry, robots and weaponry, because I seem to be finding sources on that. But here, if you run across a source that genuinely opens up another idea in your mind for another subtopic or narrowed focus, now it's robots and love. And I know with some of the readings I've given you in this class, there's another one that speaks to this, and that's the one in the Higher Education Chronicle of Higher Education, that article that I had you read, Falling in Love with a Robot. And so I know that there are probably other sources on that. This seems to be a fertile topic. It has nothing to do at this point with the one about robots and war and weaponry. So the big mistake at this point would be for me to try to combine the two topics into one. No, I won't do that. What I'll do though is maybe I'll spend some time searching out this topic in case that way I have two live ones at once, so that if one of them just doesn't work out, and it's like I have no idea about what I can write about here, then I can let that topic, let's say robots and war, just never works out for me. I can let that die, and I won't be in hot water because I have an alternative, topic to pursue, and I would already have sources on that. If I were willing to take the time now to think to myself, hey, this is another branch of robotics that I would like to look at, I'm interested in. I realize that I'm working at two branches at once now, robots and war, and then falling in love with the robots. I really can't really combine the two, but I'll work a little bit in both so that if one doesn't work out for me as a research topic, I'll have something to fall back on. So that's a really good idea. You're setting yourself up for success when you have another option in the background. And you know, it's at times like this when you're doing the initial reading and source finding that you can do that. You can kind of stockpile a little niche of sources for this alternative topic. And you know what? If you never use it because the first one works out, that's fine. But what if the first one doesn't work out? You have something to fall back on. And I know I would be genuinely interested in reading about this idea of falling in love with a robot, you know, because that seems so pernicious. You know, we were made to interact with other humans, but could we actually, if this machine looks like a human, could we kind of forget the difference for a little bit, especially since they might be so easy to love and real humans are so hard to love? And well, anyway, just a thought for you. Well, but don't forget about Kirkus Reviews to find some book reviews.